cause of jihad. But in the year 2000, God got hold of Saeed in Iran, and he came to faith in Jesus Christ. He immediately began to lead other fellow Iranians to the Lord as well. And before you knew it, churches were starting, and there were churches all over the place. It was a church movement, 100 churches in 30 Iranian cities that Saeed had a role in starting. So God really used them. The door opened for him to come to the United States of America, and it was here that he met his wife, Nagme, also born in Iran. Now, he could have very easily stayed in America and never returned to Iran again. But he felt burdened by God to go back to this country and minister to the people and minister to the churches that he started. He was actually given permission by the Iranian government to continue on with this work. He thought all was well until the Revolutionary Guard showed up and arrested him and sent him to prison. He was sentenced to death under Sharia law for becoming, in their view, an apostate because he put his faith in Jesus Christ. We recently heard that Saeed has faced some unusually cruel treatment. If it wasn't bad enough to be in an Iranian prison, they've brought new charges against him. They threatened to extend his term there in the prison. They've used a taser on him and have beaten him because of his crime. What is his crime? Leading other prisoners to Jesus Christ. It seems wherever they put Saeed, people are coming to Christ. Now, this is a genuine hero of our faith who is suffering for the sake of the gospel. It amazes me that with these negotiations with Iran, and I could talk about that at another time, but that we could not have secured the release of Saeed and these other prisoners that are being held. I have no idea why this has happened, but we don't put our trust in the president, and we don't put our trust in government officials. We put our trust in God. And so we're here to pray today. And I think of a very similar situation that happened in the book of Acts, the 12th chapter. The apostle James had been executed by King Herod, a notoriously wicked man, and Simon Peter was also arrested. It looked as though his fate would be the same as James, but there's one verse here in Acts chapter 12 that's so powerful. It says, constant prayer was offered to God for him by the church. So maybe the church didn't take it that seriously when James was arrested. But after he was put to death, they really started praying like never before. And I love how it says constant prayer was offered. We don't just offer up a one-time prayer and say, well, that's it. No, they prayed with urgency. They prayed over and over again. They would not give up in their prayer. They were praying, no doubt, for the deliverance of Simon Peter. Constant prayer was offered for him by the church. There's power in corporate prayer. And it's a wonderful thing to think about. Hundreds of prayer vigils like this around our country and around the world right now, focused on the need of this man, and also thinking about the persecuted church in general. Because Saeed is really he's a representative of the church that is suffering today. I mean, here we stand in Newport Beach, California. You know, some of us might be thinking it's a little hard.